Okay, we'll just see how it goes. Hello, and welcome to this episode of BS Paranormal. And thank you for watching. There's no real content to this video. It's just me talking about our channel last year, specifically where I left the channel off in 2022, plans for 2023, and just kind of an overall look at the channel and its like overall, I guess you could say, my goals for the channel. So I would like to start off with where I left off in 2022. There was supposed to be a second episode of the Argo Hotel. I had a pretty exciting first night, and the truth is I had a lot of experience the second night. However, upon reviewing evidence for the second night, I captured nothing. Nothing on audio, no paranormal sounds, no knocks, no bumps, no whispers, no barely audible anything. Everything that I had was just what it was. And I made a decision. I probably could have done a better job of notifying my viewers that there wasn't going to be a second episode, but what I decided to do was just to kind of end 2022 there. Um, I did some things in my investigations in 2022 that worked and some things that didn't. And I'll dive into that in a bit. But the Argo was a wonderful place. It was probably one of the most exciting investigations I've done in probably a year and a half. Um, the most interesting part was definitely the audio and the experiences I had on that first night. Um, so why did I not air the second episode? It's not just because I didn't get very much evidence on the first night. It's that one of the things I've tried to avoid on my channel is being over dramatic. Um, and would I like more viewers? Would I like more subscribers? Yes. But am I willing to risk my, I don't know, my persona, my reputation, my sense of self for that? No. Um, so if 130 people are subscribed to a paranormal channel where they will get honest, reliable, and undramatic paranormal investigations, this channel is going to be for you. That being said, what happened on the second night that was so dramatic that um, I had no evidence for it, so I didn't post it. On the second night, there was a family that showed up and they wanted to join me on the investigation. Their kid's birthday week was happening, and they decided to do a road trip to haunted hotels in America. As you know, I do that every summer, so we happened to be at the same hotel at the same time. I offered to let them join me on the investigation. While the father and son were with me in the basement, where the sanatorium room was, um, I had my cameras kind of angled. So, I had one camera pointing this way, one camera pointed that way. And there was a gap, just like there's a gap in my hands. Um, and that gap was kind of a place where, you could be off camera, have some downtime. And I was like, this is such a small space. Like, what are the chances if anything's going to happen, it's going to happen between the two cameras? Apparently, the chances were 100%. So I saw a shadow while I was in the sanatorium room walk behind my camera and behind a veil between my two cameras. And I chased after it. I wanted to see what it was. I wanted to make sure it wasn't someone down there. Um, and I couldn't find it. I couldn't catch it. I couldn't see it. There's nothing to corroborate that experience. Honestly, looking back, I'm like, did I even see what I think I saw? There were a lot of questions there. Without evidence to support it, it's a moot point. It's not worth putting out there. Um, and so again, like, could I have created a video where it shows me running past the camera and like, oh, I saw the shadow? Yeah, I could have. And I thought better of it. I was like, that's just going to be clicky. It's going to be the thing that, like, I might get a few extra viewers outside of my subscription network. To me, that isn't what I'm in this for. I have legitimate questions about the nature of the paranormal, and I do this to find those answers. Um, if I got more viewers, if I got more subscribers, that would be great. But this is kind of like my own personal record of events, and I'm happy to leave it with that. So that's why I didn't post the second Argo episode. That's why I left 2022 kind of where I did. Um, Also, again, Bradley and I, we have jobs, we have families, we have responsibilities outside of the paranormal. Um, and my budget is only X. My budget is only so much. I'm not going to go beyond those means. I'm not going to stretch myself further. Um, and I'm not going to do something I don't want to do. So, what about the rest of 2022? So, what about the rest of 2022? So, some of the things I tried in 2022, I tried branching out and investigating with other groups, other people. I tried letting other people in on the investigations when I went to certain locations. This is stuff Bradley and I have done before. Um, a great example is the Hotel in Americus. We basically uploaded a video with two walking tours. One was audio, one was video. We allowed other people to join us on those parts of the investigation. Um, like we've done this before. The difference is that again, specifically during the summertime, I'm a teacher, so I'm off during the summer. Um, well, I might have a part-time job here or there to fill in those gaps. I tend to have, for the most part, at least a full month of summer free. So that's when I choose to do this. This year, Bradley could not get that time. And that's fair. That's not on him. That's just life. Um, so one of the things I wanted to do was like, okay, well, let's try to connect with other groups, other teams, whatnot. I think for the most part, it was a very enlightening and useful experience for me. I knew that, like, I'm a very particular person who I'm not always easy to get along with. So, like, having the experience with other groups taught me patience while investigating. It taught me to think about other perspectives, other points of view. And some of the things that didn't work were I attempted a couple of lazy investigations this year, and I'm really bad at those. I don't think I'll do another one for a while. Um, if Bradley ends up joining me this year, if he wants to push trying one, we can. I'm just, I'm kind of over it personally. Um, so I learned that. I also learned that, I'm sorry, my cat is like right here and he is like annoying me. Where was I? So yeah, I'm up for trying new things. I'm up for experiencing new. I'm up for trying and experiencing new things. Some of the things that didn't work, um, I think I should be more um, diligent with what I pick as a haunted hotel or a paranormal spot. Um, After the events in Strawberry Point, Iowa. And the reason for that is one of the employees there, again, the two people who I were with, great people, but like one of them blatantly told me that the owner puts online that this place is haunted just to get people like me in. Um, and that's kind of annoying. That does nothing for my channel. It does nothing for anybody. And there was no evidence this place was ever haunted. Most of the stories they know, they mixed up the names of the people. They got stuff wrong. There was just so many problems with that place, and um, yeah, I got to be more vigilant and do my due diligence in my research more. This will be my fifth year in, my fourth year on YouTube, and like I got to figure out like where it is. I want number five to go. Um, I do know, talking about the future now, I do know one location coming in March. Um, I'm kind of reluctant to say, but it would be probably the most popular and most um, foreign location I've ever done that I intend to put on the channel. Um, and again, if something falls through and I'm not able to do it, like I don't want to commit to it. Um, but in late March, if you keep an eye on our Instagram channel, on this YouTube channel, you're gonna see something pretty awesome. In April, I intend to go back out, and I might have a couple of new people join me again. Like I said, I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed, seeing what other people bring to the table. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I think that as time goes on, people are interested. Like when I say people, I'm talking about people in my circle are interested in what it's like, what it is to do a paranormal investigation, what it means to um, go into these historic places and wander around. Some of them are just wondering what it's like to eat on the road and like what different cool places do you get to dine at, and that's part of it too. I tend to be more adventurous in my food than anything else when I'm on the road. Um, but yeah, like again, I hope the future brings more adventure and all that fun stuff. So, what are the paranormal plans for the summer? Every summer, I tend to splurge a little bit and I go somewhere big. I still have not decided. I've narrowed down my options to two. I could do a road trip from here in Colorado all the way out to Massachusetts, or I could do a road trip from here in Colorado all the way down to Louisiana. Um, there are pros and cons to both. The price is about the same, so that's kind of not on my mind. Um, the question's just timing and what a road trip in the South is going to look like during the summer. Weather is weird in the South if you've never been there. If you have been there, then you know, like, sometimes it's unforgiving, especially when you have a Category 3 hurricane beating on your brow. Um, the perks of New England would be I've been to Boston before, but I've never like been to haunted Massachusetts. Like, you know, um, I've it's definitely a longer trip for the New England one, like in terms of actual time in the car. Um, the other con of New England is I'm not entirely sure Bradley could make that. he has a better chance of making it if I stay in the Southwest and South. So, like I said, there's stuff to debate. There's room to commit later. I normally don't start booking things until April, May anyway. Um, the other direction I want to see the channel trying to get more specific responses and less general like activity that we've been getting. Like, how do I most effectively communicate? Leaf. So, like, how do I most effectively communicate with intelligent entities? And how can I communicate with them in a way that allows me to understand their nature more? Cat, get down. Get down. You get down. Why are you being a butt? Yes, you are. So, one of the things I want to do this year is double down on trying to understand the nature of the paranormal. I want to ask questions. I want to try to find more intelligent haunts. I want to be in locations where the rumors are that there are intelligent haunts. And I want to try to find what the nature of those entities are. I know there are communities, there are people, there are investigators out there who are like, I know exactly what they are. They're this, and that. I don't necessarily buy into that narrative. And one of the things I plan to do this year is also to come out and come clear about my understanding of the nature of the paranormal, and then just kind of let people judge me, whatever. I've kind of been holding it in for a few years. I am writing a book on my investigations, and I do intend to publish that book. And these ideas will all be in there as well. The other side of the board is what are some things we've done in the past that I no longer want to do? Um, One of them is I don't think I want to go to like I don't think I want to go to as many well-known locations. One of the things I did this past year is I went to Velisca, I went to um, the Boyd House, and like they were fine. Um, I didn't really catch anything super convincing in either one. Um, Weird stuff happened, sure. Paranormal, arguable. Um, and like the thing is when you have a lot of foot traffic in these places, do you get the results that so the question I have is when you get foot traffic in these places, do you get the results that you would get if there were fewer people there? And based on my experience investigating thus far, is the less popular a place is, or the less it's been investigated, the higher your chances of pretty incredible paranormal activity. Um, so yeah, I think that's kind of one of the lessons I learned from 2022. Um, and that's kind of the direction I'm going to take it. So yeah, I think that's kind of where I'm at. I think that's what I'm happy with. I think that's what I want to focus on is a new year, kind of a new beginning, new chapter. I guess it would be a new chapter to the story of BS Paranormal. For the 130 subscribers on YouTube, 130 plus. I don't remember where the exact number is these days. Thank you so much for your subscriptions. Thank you for watching the content. Um, there is plenty of content to come this year. Um, and like I said, one of them is going to be pretty special if I can pull it off. Um, So yeah, thanks for watching, subscribing. Um, Sleep tight.